From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Ought to be a good one here between the American League's Houston Astros and the New York Mets. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Bartolo Colon gets the ball for the Mets in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
George Springer heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Right fielder, George Springer.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. Colon into his motion. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, and the changeup is taken for a called third strike, and the leadoff man is gone to begin the ball game. With that, we give you a look at A.J. Hinch's Astros lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. He's one of the fastest guys in all of baseball, and his speed can be the difference maker. Having that kind of speed on the base paths is a huge headache for opposing pitchers.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And if you're going to work away with a two-seam fastball, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. Here, as you can see, he starts it on the corner, so you know what's going to happen. It's going to leak right back out over the heart of the plate. And that's a mistaken location, pure and simple.
Jose Altuve steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well, though.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one can corral that one. Base hit. The throw home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, you give a good RBI guy a chance in the first inning, chances are he's going to come through. You see here, he delivers a solid base hit, and the throw home's not in time to prevent that first run from scoring.
Here's Carlos Correa now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And he falls behind 0-2. Ground ball left side. Right has it to Walker for one. Back to Duda, a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Steve, Eric, and I are back with more after this. Nolan Ryan gets the start for Houston in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low threes. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
And striding in now is the center fielder Curtis Granderson to start the bottom of inning number one.
Center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marisnik is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Yeah, you know, I love what the Grandy man, Curtis Granderson, does for this ball club. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
Striding into the box as Drupal Cabrera. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Bases are empty, one man out. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
And I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like that too much. One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher, well, two things actually. One, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and two, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Hit hard to short, and that's through for a hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Here's Jay Bruce now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runners are at first and second with one away. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Yeah, kind of all over the place here to start the game. He's already hit a man, he allowed a hit, and now the walk. And it's certainly taken him a while to settle in here.
So striding in, David Wright, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. He's set. Here it comes. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. And with that, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about Carlos Correa, you're talking about one of the great talents in today's game. Has an elite arm, aims to be a leader in the clubhouse. He's really everything you can ask for in a shortstop.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And he is in there. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Batting 7th, first baseman
Lucas Duda steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ballgame right here.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
Looking to minimize the damage here. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
A 2-out hit here would be nice, but a 2-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That might take the anxiety away for the moment, but he's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing it.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Springer at the track. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud,
catcher
as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
I'm pretty sure this is not what that man right there had in mind. He's watched this guy really struggle here in the first inning.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Next pitch will be number 24 in this long first inning. Got him swinging in the dirt. Castro has it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 5-1. Colby Rasmus will lead things off here, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. Colon gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and Rasmus becomes out number 1. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch David Wright at third base in this one. Still a very dependable third baseman. Not quite the third baseman he was early on in his career. He's had physical limitations over the last few years, but still one of the better ones in the game.
Into the box now, Luis Valbuena, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Sent on the ground out to second. Backhanded. Throw to first, and Colon's looking good here as he gets 2 quick ones to start the inning.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Cespedes is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're down here 5-1. Bartolo Colon strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Center fielder.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion. And you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. He'll be feeling that one all night long.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and that's a good pitch on an 0-1 count. Trying to let that thing work its way back to the outside part of the plate, but he couldn't quite get it there.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning. He gave up a lot of solid contact that first time through the lineup.
And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3-1 now.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
One out, nobody on. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball four.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already, that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
As Drupal Cabrera steps up to the plate looking for a little revenge after getting hit with a pitch his first time up.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. You guys surprised at all that that man doesn't have the bullpen going yet?
Well, he's showing a lot of faith in his starter, but to me, you've at least got to get someone stretching down there. Move him around a little bit.
And the runner back safely. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there 0-2. You figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
He pulls this one into right, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Another look here. This ball's sinking fast, but he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done there.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And a dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. The relay. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Well, anybody who calls this place home will tell you this is not a home run hitting park, but it will give up its share of doubles. And this one moves runners to second and third now as they're looking to cash in.
Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Here's Jay Bruce now, as he'll take a look at ball one.
And this is a spot where you got a chance to put away a team early. So this becomes a very important at-bat for both teams.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
2-0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now.
Yeah, and you've got to figure if he's going to jump the yard here, it's going to have to be to left field, because I don't think they're going to give him anything inside that he can pull.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Three one is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 2 left for the Mets. They're up 5-1. Jake Marisnick is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Whoa. 2-0 now. And there's the first strike. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Now, you can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Now, he's got to take a deep breath out there on the mound right now. I mean, not only will he kick himself for walking the leadoff guy, but also he just walked the fastest guy in the building. I mean, that's definitely not what he wanted to do out there.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. George Springer will get his second shot at it now. He was called out on strikes to open up the ball game.
And they fooled him with the changeup in his last at-bat. I got to believe you go after him again with that changeup.
Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Colon pauses. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
High in the air out to center field. Granderson is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
Number 2 stands in. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball
A
inside.
fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Astros leave one. They're down 5-1. David Wright digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Third baseman, David Wright.
Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now pitch swung on and missed as they get ahead of Wright now, 0-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, this curveball right here has got a lot of snap to it, and you can see pretty clearly he's finishing off his pitches much better than earlier in the ballgame and getting much better results as well.
Here's Neil Walker. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. This is in the air out to right. On the move is Springer, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 21, Lucas Duda.
Into the box, Lucas Duda. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
2 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Jose Altuve is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Colon's ready. Here's the first pitch. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Hard liner toward short. Oh, and it goes right under the glove as he can't even knock it down. And this will get to the wall now out beyond the 385 sign. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there.
Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. A throw behind the runner at second. Back in standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. 1 away.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with less than 2 outs, and he does that, he is not happy. That's the kind of at-bat that'll stick with you for a while.
Colby Rasmus is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And that misses inside. 1-0. Two and 0.
After the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producers swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Luis Valbuena stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
You certainly love a one-pitch pop-out in that spot. Yeah, that's like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Jason Castro.
Jason Castro gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate, and he's safe.
That 2-out hit there makes that air loom extra large now. You got to make sure you get this next guy before this inning gets any further out of control.
Here's Jake Marisnick as he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone. 1 strike to count.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he missed with it here, so now it's a full count, 3-2.
Another tough pitch and a tough call there. He couldn't get him to bite again, so he's worked it from 0-2 to 3-2.
2 runs, 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Drilled to the right side. And that is into right field. A base hit. He'll come home with it. And he is in there. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Nolan Ryan did his job in his first at-bat, laying down a successful sacrifice bunt.
Well, a pretty productive at-bat last time, like you said, Matt. But right here with 2 outs, we're going to have to see if he can maybe find a gap and drive in a run.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. 2 down, runners at first and second. That's wide, 2-0.
It's one thing to go 2-0 on a guy, but it's another to do it to a pitcher, and still another to do it to an American League pitcher. You've got to throw a strike right here.
2-0 pitch on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, definitely taken there. May very well take another.
And it's full now, 3-2.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a couple of men left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Mets 5 and the Astros 3. Travis d'Arnaud is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in, and see if they can't get you some more.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
So when you're starting to close the deficit, the last thing you want to do is start walking people. These guys will just build that lead right back up again.
The pitcher, Bartolo Colon, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting.
And that's exactly what you want out of your pitcher. No long at bat, get in, get it down, and get out of there. And on one pitch, he's able to get the job done.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him, that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
That evens it up, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
He just keeps getting himself into trouble out there. Here's another guy that you got to make swing the bat.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Right side, hit hard. There is Altuve on to first, and there were 2 down.
Boy, as a hitter, you know you're hoping to get that ball into the outfield somewhere, make it hit the grass, give your guy a chance to score. In this situation, all he does is get to third base. That's not a big help.
As Drupal Cabrera digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Oh, and with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Well, don't let them score on a wild pitch.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Down Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hitting, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. The 3 of us are back after this message and a word from our local stations. Leading off the inning, George Springer, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Cologne sets his sights. Here's the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch-out, 1 away.
And so far he's been real effective using that inside part of the plate tonight. I don't think that pitch was even in the strike zone, and Showtrack will confirm that for us right now. But I guess he felt like it was close enough that he had to take a rip at it.
Standing in now, number 2. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And a good pitch there as he got him to go after one in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. This pitch is popped up. Duda on the move, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The second baseman, number 27.
Strikeout and a soft liner here, and he's had no problems with this inning so far at all.
Jose Altuve will stand in now. He took home the Silver Slugger Award in the American League a year ago. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Well, he's really starting to hit his stride here in this 5th inning.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. A little bit outside. 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
And the count will be full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
And I may not know a whole lot about pitching, but what I do know is this is not the guy you want to be putting on base with a walk. That definitely puts the stolen base in order now with 2 away.
Carlos Correa will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Nope, upstairs.
Up top, it's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. The 2-1 on its way. Hit on the ground to short. Played on the backhand. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Houston. They're still down 5-3. Yoenis Cespedes comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And he takes ball 1.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the 5th. That has to be a concern.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
All even now, 2-2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Castro gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Cespedes is retired, and there's 1 away.
Well, it's definitely a tale of 2 extremes so far as you check out his line. A lot of strikeouts, that's the good news. But a lot of other crooked numbers are up there, too.
Ready now, Jay Bruce. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
And you can't really say he's been dominant on the mound, but when he moves his pitches around, that's what makes him so effective. And this at-bat right here, it's a great example of what I'm talking about.
David Wright will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Nope.
Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Not only is he close to going through the heart of this lineup, he may even strike out the side.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The 3 of us are back with more following this. Colby Rasmus makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Lifted the other way to left center. Cespedes is after it. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he had troubles back in the 4th, but other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
Luis Valbuena will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And if you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. It's a swinging bunt up the line. And the pitcher will just run over and take this one himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3.
Your attention, please. Now
A new pitcher set to take over, and it's one of just a handful of submariners around nowadays. Right-hander Pat Neshek. Neil Walker will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Correa comes up with it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Wow, that's just a heck of a play at short. Once this ball gets over the pitcher's head, it becomes a do-or-die play. And you can see him field this thing and then whip it over to first all in one motion, and he just does get his man by about a step.
Lucas Duda will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Oh, just an excellent sequence on the mound that time, and we're going to run you right back through it right here on Show Track. Now you're going to notice as the dots come up, the trend, pretty evident. Everything's going to be down around the knees or lower. Now the more you can stay out of any guy's wheelhouse, the better off you're going to be, and it worked perfectly right here.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And a bouncing ball, foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's quickly 0-2. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. On his way to second is d'Arnaud. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Boy, when you hit a ball into the gap like that, I don't care who the outfielders are. You have no chance of chasing that thing down. Splits the outfielders perfectly, in for an easy double. And boy, you got some things going now.
Stepping in now, Bartolo Colon, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. Two out here and a runner at second. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Leading off the inning, Jake Marisnick. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I don't think he knows either. That was almost in the on-deck circle.
Number 10 will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Skied into very shallow right. Bruce is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a two-seam fastball working its way back inside, and he's probably fortunate he didn't break his bat. He winds up getting this one right down there on the label, and he's retired.
Here's George Springer, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Two out, nobody on. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Granderson's after it. And that retires the side. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're still down 5-3. Michael Feliz will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Michael Feliz.
Curtis Granderson stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
Center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
One and two now as that's in there at the knees.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And this is swung on and missed by Granderson, and that's the first out of the inning.
And we're going to check out that sequence right here on Show Track. The first 3 pitches all going to be down in the strike zone. So you've got the guy thinking he's going to see something else down around the knees. But that's when they change things up and change the eye level of the hitter, and they get that last pitch by him right at the letters.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As he'll line this one foul to the right side out of play. It's strike one. Here comes the 0-1. And now a swing and a miss by Cabrera as he falls behind no balls and 2 strikes.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
1 out, nobody on. changeup, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, all hard stuff here to get ahead, but now they're trying to get him out with a breaking ball, and he's not falling for it.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So many times pitchers will get ahead and they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the 2nd out.
You know, this is an easy ball to misjudge, especially off the left-hander's bat because of the spin. But he stays right with this play, and he makes it look pretty routine.
Yoenis Cespedes ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. And he holds off there as the count goes even to the Mets left fielder. It's 2-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, and it remains 5-3. Addison Reed will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Addison Reed.
Number 2 steps in now.
Leading off for the Astros, third baseman, number 2.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Reed sets. Here it is on 1-0. Ball 2.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
The 2-0 pitch. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Liner towards second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Jose Altuve will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
Well, here's a little trivia for you, Matt. On May 1st of 2012, Jose Altuve faced Mets pitcher John Rouse, who's 6 feet 11 inches tall. The 1.5-foot height differential is said to be the most in MLB history between a pitcher and batter.
Shortstop.
Carlos Correa will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Well, you know, the big key to throw on the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there, you know he loves to get you to chase.
Got him.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on and chopped up the middle, and behind the back, he gets his man at second to retire the side. Wow! One for the highlight reel as they get the force play to get him out of trouble. Don't touch that dial, or the remote for that matter. Jay Bruce will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Right fielder, Jay Bruce.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Popped high in the air. Calling for it, Valbuena. And that's the first out of the inning.
This guy's one of those unsung type pitchers. He's not the setup guy, he's not the closer, but these are the guys that keep you in the ball games, and he's doing the job here.
David Wright ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
I'll tell you what, if you're related to this guy right now, you might want to turn away from the screen because this is going to be tough to watch. Here they are, one after another. That's 4 strikeouts for him, and that's called the golden sombrero.
Here's Neil Walker. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Now a fastball swung on, missed, and that is out number 3. Mets go down 1-2-3 as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Well, beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the ninth. Jeurys Familia is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 27, Jeurys Familia.
Kicking off the top of the ninth, Luis Valbuena, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. And another foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a sinking fastball. Called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Jason Castro will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Down and away, ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hard sinker misses, 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Now, 3-2 with a 2-run lead. This has to be in the strike zone. You can't work the corner here. This has to be right at him.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 1 out, nobody on. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
Here's Jake Marisnick. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1.
Oh, he's got him eaten right out of the palm of his hand now. 2 strikeouts already here in the inning. And now he gets the 3rd guy to go after a first pitch out of the strike zone.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, he can forget it.
Struck him out. Houston, good night.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 5-3. Good night from Flushing.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious New York Mets. 5 runs on 5 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Astros, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.